Yo, 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 traders, word up, homies. How are we? Hope you're well. Hope you're having a good trading day. Welcome back. Lovely to see your beautiful faces again. Hope you're all well. And please don't forget, we've got the Trumpinator, the leader of the free world, the maniac, the could be good for the American, people, could be bad, who knows? Love him or hate him, he's talking later on, right? In about 4 hours time. Okay, so we've got, perhaps 4 hours of, non-volatility, and then Trump will speak later and it will all go mental. All right, so there you go, guys. We must be aware of that later on. As usual, I'm going to show you a trade that I am in. I'm in Euro Pound sells, and I'm going to show you exactly why. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Let's show you that news. Let's take a look at the economic calendar, because before Trump speaks, we do have some, key US dollar data here. So this is coming out in about an hour and a half. All right, so must be aware of that. And we got some Canadian dollar news at the same time. And then it's Trump time. Trump time. That is a reference to MC Hammer. And those of you who know MC Hammer, you are showing your age. Let's do a little vote so I know how old everyone is. Who knows MC Hammer? Put yes or no in the live chat, and then I can tell exactly how old you are. If you want to gauge somebody's age, say, do you know MC Hammer? And yeah, guys, Trump speaking later on. And we still got some important data after that. Crude oil inventories, important for oil. And we got yen CPI. Okay, so important news day, guys. But Trump is the big draw, right? That is the big daddy of news today. Let's start with the trade that I am in. But before we do, guys, please ask as many questions as you like about trading. All right. So it can be anything, guys. It can be about strategy. It can be about money and risk management, psychology, things you need help with, currency pairs that you're looking at, trend, structure, support and resistance, managing trades, trade entries. There are so many things to look at when it comes to trading. All right. That's why I've got so much gray hair, guys. I have to think about all these things daily. It makes my hair go gray. I'm thinking about using Just for Men. I'm not really. I think I'd look an idiot if I did that. So there you go, guys. Let's start with Euro Pound, right? It was a trade, I assume you watch my morning analysis vid that I do on a Tuesday and Thursday, guys. That just shows you exactly what I'm going to do with my trades. And Euro Pound was one of them, right? So again, let's do a top-down approach together. And also in today's vid, we are going to do some analysis together. We haven't done that for a while, guys. Yeah, the editor goes to all this trouble to make such a lovely image on our video, and it says buy, sell, or stay out. So we're going to do some analysis about that as well. All right, so stay tuned for all of this. It will be wonderful. But Euro Pound sell, right? We're at a weekly resistance level, right? Resistance, 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 right? We're at a weekly resistance level. Okay, and if we go to the day chart, at this resistance level, you can begin to see, look at these sellers coming in, right? So we've got sellers, but we are against daily trend. For that reason, I'm only looking to take a few pips out of the market. I might leave some profit to run, but that's all I'm looking to do. And now if we drop down to the H4, price has already broken down. So mine was actually a H1 entry, right? But we need to understand the H4. So if we look at the H4, guys, this is in a downtrend, right? And this is where we are currently. We get lower highs, lower lows. That is a downtrend, right? And these highs here, I should have done this line a bit closer to this high, but that last high here is holding these highs. Okay, so even if we end up ranging, right, I'm going to take some profit here anyway. Okay, so H4, we're still in a downtrend. And then basically, guys, I was just looking for a bearish H1 candle, right? And all day since I've been looking at this chart, right, you know, not bearish, and sorry, yeah, I've been looking for a bearish candle to enter, right? Not bearish enough, not bearish enough, not bearish enough, not bearish enough. Yes, jackpot. Laughing at my own jokes. I apologize. But, you know, you've got to enjoy yourself. But yeah, very bearish candle, right? So I actually entered on this candle here, literally here, and started selling. Okay, my stop is above here, right? And my target is back down to these lows in here, right? And I'll roughly get my 1:1, if not a little bit more. Okay, take some profit at this level. If it hits target, maybe I'll take 80% profit and then I'll let 20% run. All right, so that's the idea. Now, since I've entered that trade, this candle is wonderful, right? I'm selling the market. I want to see candles like that. This candle, less so, right? So what I'm going to do is just sort of, you know, see what this next candle does. Okay. If we get a big bullish candle, I may consider getting out of this trade early. But if we get, you know, a nice bearish candle, then I will continue with my trade idea. All right. And that's what I am in. I'm in euro pound. I also liked pound Swiss franc buys, right? But it's the same trade. Euro pound sells is exactly the same as pound Swiss franc buys, right? And you could see on the H1, we had this bang, right? Broke these highs, nice structure change with this big bullish candle. And the idea would be to take price back up to here. All right, so yeah, but same trade. You could have took either one. I chose euro pound because I was seeing more. Because I just preferred the trade. Really, the setup was better. Right. So that's what I'm in, guys. I'm in euro pound sales. Let me know if you like the idea. Are you looking at euro pound sales? Are you trading it? Please let me know. Yeah, don't be shy. Come let me know what you think. You cannot offend me, guys. You can say, Tom, that's a terrible trade, or you can say, Tom, I think that's wonderful, and I agree with you. Both are fine. Honestly, the one thing with trading is, you know, you will become very thick-skinned, right? Because you just become impervious, right? I'm not saying you don't have any emotions, but, you know, if I have a winning trade, losing trade, it's the same thing to me. It's all about entering the best trades and following my strategy. If I do that, the results come. So trading makes you quite hardened, so you can't offend me. Don't go out of your way to try and offend me, but yes. Anyway, where are we? Let's focus on the live chat. Let's see who's in. Luigi, how are we, Luigi? Hope you're well. Luigi does know MC Hammer. Good, Luigi. That means you are above 35. Am I correct? Zuzi, hi, Zuzi. How are you? Investing with Ian. Ian, where have you been? Haven't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Anonymous who? Helter Shelter or Helter Skelter. How are you? Niraj, hi, Niraj. Do you see... Anonymous who, do you see a continuation of pound US dollar, or will the rejection continue from 1.23? Good question. We'll take a look at that. At 1.2377. Okay. Mike, gold up with the Trump speech, maybe. Maybe, right? Who knows, right? We'll get onto the Trump speech in a minute. Okay. Hi, Tom. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, Yusuf. So the Trump speech, guys, right? Let's tackle the elephant in the room. Sorry, it's a bad gag. I was pretending I had an elephant in the room. I don't. Anyway, but yeah, the elephant in the room is Trump, right? We're all a little bit apprehensive about trading today, right? I imagine every trader is, because who knows what Trump's going to say and how the markets are going to react, right? Now, because of this, not because of this, but his speech, you can't start predicting what would happen on his speech, right? You know, for example, do you think gold will go up because of Trump's speech? The honest answer is, I have no idea, and neither does anyone else. The only one who really has an idea is Trump and his advisors, right? They know what they're going to say and how it's going to affect the market, right? They're not silly people, right? They're smart people. They know a few words, you know, in the right direction could move the dollar, could move gold, could move the indices, right? So they may have a little bit of an agenda there to move things, right? But we have no idea, okay? The best thing we can do really is see what comes out of the speech, let the markets go a little bit crazy. If, you know, they might not go crazy at all, but chances are we're going to get some volatility and movement. Let them do their thing, let the dust settle, and we'll come back tomorrow and we'll reassess the charts, right? And then we'll take a look at, you know, what was said in the speech and if we get any technical setups on the charts. And that's pretty much what I'm going to do, guys, right? I am in euro pound, but you have to imagine euro pound are going to react quite similar to what Trump says, right? You know, the UK is pretty much part of Europe, right? I know we're not anymore, but yeah, so I was willing to take that trade. But US dollar pairs, I wouldn't be touching. Indices, I wouldn't be touching. Gold and other flight to safety currencies, I wouldn't be touching today, right? I think they could be affected by what Trump says. Also oil, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting, guys. It won't be dull, right? That's the one thing, you know, you can guarantee with Trump. It's not going to be dull. He will, you know, get things moving, right? And love him or hate him, you know, I'm gonna give him time, right? You know, he's on about you know, streamlining all the debt that you know, reducing the massive spending of government in the US. You know, so some of the things he talks about, you know, crime, you know, I think are positive things, right? He's pro-business, that's positive. But there's going to be some, you know, some casualties, right? You can't help but think that climate change, right? He said he's going to start producing oil again, right? You know, that's going to have an impact on climate change. So is climate change the loser here? Let's hope not, but, you know, looking that way. So there you go, guys, right? It'll be interesting to see what he has. So 8 o'clock UK time. No, sorry, 8 o'clock Dubai time, he's speaking. So yeah, we'll be paying attention. Right, we got a question here from Anonymous. Who do you see a continuation of pound US dollar? Let's take a look at pound US dollar. Before I do, guys, if I could please ask everyone to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. I'm going to have a quick drink of water while you smash that like button. It's thirsty work, this YouTubing, chatting away about trading, but I enjoy it, right? I could talk about trading all day. I started this channel rather selfishly so I could talk about trading, because my mates down the pub are like, oh God, he's talking about trading again. Also, guys, I must mention today's vid is sponsored by Pepperstone, right? Pepperstone are a world-class broker, super low commissions, super tight spreads, world-class broker and compatible with TradingView, right? And if you sign up with Pepperstone, you can either change your current broker, or if you're looking for a broker, then we will give you a free premium TradingView subscription, and we'll give you free access to the VIP Trading Academy. So guys, if you're looking for a broker, it's a no-brainer. Sign up with Pepperstone today to take advantage of those promos. It's free, right? You just sign up. No-brainer. Right, pound US dollar. Now, like with a lot of the US dollar pairs, I just want to point this out first of all, right? That they have had a daily structure break, right? That was the last high there, and that has broken. So we're now getting, these lows are not, we're not getting any lower lows, and now we're getting higher highs, right? That is an uptrend, okay? Now, the problem with this uptrend is that it's gone straight into resistance, right? What was once support becomes resistance, right? We see this time and time again in the market. So I am reluctant to keep buying pound US dollar at this present time, right? I'm going to show you what I would need to see. If anything, right, at this level, right, we've got resistance, and we've got the moving average 20 as resistance. So we've got double whammy resistance, and we've got a nice bearish candle. If anything, I think we could take price to the downside. But because we're in an uptrend, if price did retrace down, I would just be looking for buys to come higher again. Okay, so that would be the first scenario for me to buy pound US dollar, right? We get this reaction, this bearish reaction takes price down. Perhaps we start seeing bullish candles in here, and then I will start buying again up to here, right? If not further. So that's scenario one in terms of how I would buy pound US dollar. The second scenario is this, guys, right? We just get prices here, and then today, maybe off the back of Trump's speech, we get a nice bullish candle like this, right? That just breaks all of this resistance, okay? I would also consider buying pound US dollar from there, back up to this 125,000 level, right? So they're the two scenarios. I am not interested in buying pound US dollar today, right? Although it's in an uptrend. I don't want to trade it at all, but, especially because we've got Trump's speech. And if there's one currency he can really, make move, it's the US dollar, right? So we'll see what happens. But if Trump wasn't speaking today and you said, Tom, you have to trade pound US dollar, I would actually sell that, right? I would look on lower time frames, H4. Okay, I would need to see a break of, there's a bit of a level through here forming. I would need to see a break of this. So we get a H4 candle does that, then I would consider selling back down to here, right? So yeah, pound US dollar. I hope that helps. Right, what else are we looking at, guys? Remember, please don't be shy. Ask as many questions as you like about trading. Your questions are my fuel, guys. All right, so ask as many questions as you like. A couple of things that I'm looking at today. I was looking at the indices, right? And these are potentially coming down to nice levels, right? We're getting a nice retrace, right? This is the H4. I wanted to buy the NASDAQ. Yeah, if we get, you can see my alarm in here. If price comes down into here, this could be a really nice level for buys. Okay, but again, if Trump can affect things, it will be US dollar and it would be the indices. And he's very pro companies, right? Pro business, sorry. So he wants this doing this, right? He doesn't want to come in and you know, you really have to understand, you know, there's an agenda as a president, right? You don't want to come into power and then the indices start doing this. You know, he doesn't want to be known as the president that, you know, messed up the economy, right? And all the indices are dropping. So there's interest from him to start getting these indices moving, right? I think one of his ideas was to cut corporate tax, right? So it's in his interest. So if price does come down into here, this could be a really nice area for buying. So yeah, looking at the NASDAQ, hasn't quite retraced yet. And I'm still looking at gold, right? So I still want to see a little bit more of a retrace, guys, really. I mean, if I move my alarm, in an ideal world, on the daily, I would see a retrace into this level, right? You can see it was once very good resistance. It can become very good support. In an ideal world, that's what I would want to see. If we drop down to the H4, you know, on the back of this, is it ready to go higher now? Maybe, right? The moving average 20 is not far away. But there's a but here, a big, juicy but. You know, if I started entering in here, started buying, I wouldn't feel too confident putting my stop loss below this low, right? Let's say I put my stop loss in here. Yeah. So why wouldn't I? Because I know that potentially price could come all the way down to here, right? Because there's lots of buyers sitting in here. And before it reaches this level, right, where are the buyers coming from? So even if I did start buying here, because I like this H4 wick, I'm still looking to put my stop loss below this low, right, down here, right? So it's not, it hasn't set up for me yet, right? I want a deeper retrace ideally. And again, we need to wait, see what Trump says, guys, right? He could make gold, well, the US dollar go mental. And as a result, gold, US dollar will go buck wild crazy. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Okay, so Mike traded gold earlier and I'm out now. I'm assuming you made a nice little profit there, Mike. And Mike, thanks for sharing, you know, how well you're doing, you know, because of the course, right? So, yeah, big up to Mike. And guys, that reminds me, we have launched the Simply Forex course, right? It is so comprehensive. I've put years into this course, all my experiences, knowledge, strategies, techniques, everything, guys, is in this course, right? And it's everything you need to get some consistency in your trading, right? Now, if you're interested in taking our course, then we are offering you 25% off right now until the end of January. Okay, so if you want to take advantage of this, guys, got to do it now. And if you use code SIMPLY25 at checkout, you'll get 25% off. And if you want to know more about the course, please check out our website, www.simply-forex.com. It's all on there, guys. Check it out. What else are we looking at? Yeah, I was looking at euro. So I'm still in the euro pound. Let's see how that's coming along. Okay, so good. I want to see a bearish candle. We still have 35 minutes before this candle finishes forming, but yeah, I want to see selling. And another trade I liked was euro Canadian dollar sells, but right, we need a break of this gray zone. Let me drag this gray zone out a little bit. Right, we need a break of this level because you can see price is just ranging. You know, there's another resistance level up here. Let's put this level in just so you can clearly see it, right? So price is just ranging between these two levels. And if price ends up doing this, and we get a breakdown of structure, I think EuroCAD could be a great sell back down to these lows here. All right, so I'm also interested in that. We'll keep an eye on that. Obviously, I am selling euro pound, right? So if I'm selling EuroCAD and euro pound, I may go half size with euro Canadian dollar, because if I trade both of them full size, I will be doubling my risk, right? Euro CAD and euro pound are highly correlated, right? They're both euro weakness, right? So you need to be careful of those correlations, guys. All right. In fact, we did a vid in the VIP Trading Academy on correlations. All right, so go check it out on the free Discord. What else was I looking at today? Yeah, pound Swiss franc I liked. Okay, this is moving up nicely. What else? That was about it, guys, for today in terms of trades that I was looking at. Shreyas has got a trade that she would like us to take a look at, and that is Swiss franc Japanese yen. The yen is all about this risk on, risk off, right? So, and it's directly related to the performance of the indices, right? If indices do this, yen gets strength and does this. That is a general correlation between indices and yen, right? Sorry, if the indices do this, then yen, then yen does this. Yen is weak, right? If the indices do this and they start dropping, then yen is strong. That's what I said. I just had to check it. Like to get my facts right. Anyway, Shreyas, if we look at the day chart, I mean, it's at a beautiful level for selling, right? It is. If you look at that day chart, it's at a beautiful, beautiful level for selling, right? We're in a downtrend, lower highs, lower lows, right? We're clearly in a downtrend. And we have got, there's lots to like. Let me show you everything I like about this trade, right? We're in a downtrend, tick, right? We're at a resistance level, right? It was good resistance, support, and now resistance again, right? Tick. And we've got the moving average 20 coming round and acting as dynamic resistance, tick, right? Tick, tick, tick. What else do I like? Yeah, and we've got a lot of room to move into, back down to these lows, tick, right? Tick, 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 lots of things to like. Now, there is a but, and it's a big but, okay? I don't know, I'm such a child. I keep laughing when I say big but, right? And the big but is this candle, right? That is super bullish, right? Do I want to start selling this candle today? And the answer is no, right? But I will come back in the morning and reassess Swiss franc yen. So let's imagine this candle ended up something like this. And we got a nice big bearish red candle like this, right? Then I think we could potentially sell Swiss franc yen. I think we've got a nice sell trade on our hands. So today, I don't think we have an A1 setup in terms of a trade, but tomorrow, if we get this bearish candle, it's like the last piece of the puzzle, then we have an A1 top-notch setup, all right? And I would be willing to sell that. Let's see what's happening on the lower time frames. And, you know, so I'm inclined to sell it from this level, right? And that's what I would want to see. I'm not interested in buying into the moving average 20 and this resistance level, right? I'm just not interested in that. So considering I would like to sell it, let's have a look at the H4. Now, you could say we have had a break, right? That is It's a little bit subjective, right? It is, yeah. Trading is subjective, right? We look at the chart, not everyone will see the same thing. I want a chart where everyone sees the same thing. Then I'm trading it, right? But you could say that lows there's broken. I mean, on the H1, that would definitely be a structure break, right? So maybe we could say we've had a H4 structure break and just look at that candle at that level, right? So this is suggesting price may come lower and we will end up having that bearish candle that I spoke about. But I will still wait for tomorrow's candle. You know, not just because of Trump speaking, but because I want that daily confirmation candle that tells me sellers are in control. All right. And if we look at the H1, yeah, it's broken down. And this is a nice setup on the H1, right? And, you know, how many times do we see this, guys? What was once support becomes very good resistance. We see that time and time and time again. And then look at the reaction we've had at that level. Right, so this was suggesting we could come lower. Again, if you said, Tom, you have to trade it today, I would sell Swiss franc here. All right, so yeah, hope that helps, Rias. Gonna have a quick drink of water. Right, we've got some more questions coming in. So this is a good question, right? So Yusuf says, how can I change my attitude to losing? Losing affects my confidence, making me repeat mistakes in trading. So it's a very good question, Yusuf, and I like these questions, right? I can get my teeth into them. Now, what you can change your attitude to losing, right? And this is really, if I do say so myself, this is really good advice, right? If you think of trading as losing and winning, right, you have a results-based mindset. You are all about the outcome. Is it a winning trade? Is it a losing trade? Right? They're your two outcomes, right? Or did I perhaps close it early, right? But they're your two outcomes, winning trade or losing trade. Now, stop that mindset, right? You cannot focus on results, okay? So to stop letting losing trades affect you, stop focusing on results, right? Stop focusing on the outcome. What you need to focus on is your performance, right? And I'll go into a bit more detail. Now, if you think of footballers, right? Okay, so all they're focused on is the performance, right? They train all week, they practice defending, free kicks, you know, penalties, whatever it is, right? They practice all week because they want to perform the best they can on Saturday. Okay, and Liverpool are top of the league, by the way. I just had to squeeze that in. So when it comes to Saturday, they cannot control the outcome, right? All they can do is give 110% and put in the best performance they can. Whether they lose or win doesn't matter, right? Now, obviously, after the effect, it matters, right? You feel sad or whatever if you have a losing trade, right? But you've just got to break that. Focus on performance, right? And if on every trade, right, you can give yourself a 10 out of 10 for performance, then give yourself a pat on the back, even if it's a losing trade or a winning trade, right? So your performance focuses on three things, and this makes up your trading edge, right? The first thing is your strategy, your trading plan, right? That's the first thing. The second thing is money and risk management, okay? And the third thing is psychology. These are the three things that make up your trading edge, right? Now, just focus on those three things. So when you enter a trade, enter exactly as per your strategy, right? enter according to your money and risk management plan, right? You say each trade I risk 1%, right? And I want to get a minimum of risk to reward 1:1 or 1:2, right? Follow your money and risk management. And then thirdly, when you take the trade, ask yourself, say, how do I feel about this trade? Is there anything external going on? You know, has my girlfriend dumped me, or, you know, have I been sacked from my job or whatever, right? If you've got that going on, maybe you're not in a good headspace to trade, right? But if you tick all those boxes, you're like, right, strategies bang on. Yep, it's looking good. My money and risk management, tick. I followed that. I'm feeling good. There's no problems with my emotional state, tick. Then give yourself a 10 out of 10 for performance. Now, you can control those three things, right? And that's what makes up your performance. What you can't control is the outcome. So why fixate on the outcome? Don't worry about the outcome, right? If you give yourself 10 out of 10 for that trade for performance, it doesn't matter if it loses or wins. It's irrelevant. It's about trading well, all right? It's so important that you adopt that mindset, because you're going to have losing trades, right? As part of trading, right? Last year, my win percentage was around 55%. So 45% of the time I am wrong, right? That is a big chunk of percentage in being wrong. So you have to be okay with it. And the only time, and for me to be okay with it, is if I perform well. The only time I'm not okay with it is if I've been a bloody idiot, right? If I've, entered, but it wasn't really a great setup, right? Or I entered and I risked a bit more than I normally should, or I didn't risk enough, right? Or I was trading and I just wasn't feeling well. I had a bit of flu and I felt a bit lethargic, right? If you've done all of those things, then your performance is bad. Now, you could do all those things and the trade still wins, right? But it's not the point. It's about performance. I cannot reiterate that enough. So forget the outcome, focus on your trading performance. You can control your performance. You can't control the outcome. So I always say this, control the controllables. All right. So I hope that helps, Yusuf. Yeah. Be process, performance driven, not results driven. But good question, Yusuf. I like this question. What else are we looking at, guys? Guys, please let me just mention this. Above my head, Pepperstone, right? World-class broker, compatible with TradingView. And right now, if you sign up with them, they are going to give you a free premium TradingView subscription, and they are going to pay to give you access to our VIP Trading Academy, right? It's a no-brainer. And if you want to know more about our VIP Trading Academy, go visit our website. So sign up with Pepperstone today. There are sometimes when we see structure is broken, it takes it as a trend change, but price resumes its previous trend. It becomes a pullback. So how to differentiate between a valid pullback and trend change? So the simple answer to that, Niraj, is your trend is the higher time frame. So your overriding trend is the day chart. So for me, pretty much the day chart is my trend. Okay. There will be some exceptions when I go against trend, at weekly support and resistance levels, this type of thing. So what you must ensure is that you are with your higher time frame trend, the daily chart, right? Then sometimes you will get a structure break on H1 or even H4, but daily is still in an uptrend. right? Now, you can, use a structure break as a stop loss. And that's what I do. I actually hedge. So this is why hedging is such a powerful tool, guys. And this is in the course, right? So let's imagine, right? We're in the chart. Okay, this is the day chart, right? And we're in this uptrend. Okay, this is D for daily, right? Now, imagine on the H1, you entered on, this is now the H1, right? Now, you entered on a break of a high, right? You started buying the market here, right? And your target's up here. Right now, price goes up and you're thinking, I'm a genius. I love trading. I'm amazing. Right. And then all of a sudden price starts going against you. Right. And you end up getting a structure break. Right. But in this day chart, it means nothing. Right. You're still with trend. Now, if I get a break of this level, I'm going to start selling the market. Right. So now this day chart is pulling back. Right. As I'm going to start selling the market, the day chart is like I said, just coming down. Right. Then at this point on the day chart, H1 does this. Bang. And we get a structure break. So we get another setup. So at this point, we're now getting higher highs. Now, normally I would buy this. But because I'm hedged, I will just close this sell trade, right? I will take a little bit of profit, right, off this sell trade, and then I will carry on with my original buy trade. I might even add to my buy trade here. And then H1 starts to go back up like this. Sorry, I'm running out of screen. And then on the day chart, it looks like this. Right? And eventually you come up and hit target. Now, that's why, Niraj, you need to do multiple time frame analysis. Right? You need the higher time frame where, the daily chart or whatever higher time frame you use for direction to guide you. And in the lower time frames, you might get structure breaks, right? You might get stopped out. Yeah. But it will give you another opportunity like this opportunity here. And you can start buying again. So, yeah, that's what I would say, Niraj, with regards to that. Tony Gold, the market is the playground for the devils and angels. Yeah. Well, if you want to succeed at trading, you're not a devil, you're not an angel. You are an emotionless trading robot that focuses on performance. Right? That's the mindset you need to get in, guys. Right? That's it. Yeah. Performance based. I just trade my strategy. I focus on my trading edge. Nothing else matters. The results will take care of themselves. Right? And also, guys, right, we've got some... Okay, we've got some more questions, guys. So, hi, Jude. Hi, Hamay. Offman, hi, how are you? But unfortunately, guys, please come join us for the live stream at 7 a.m. New York EST time, guys. Please come join us tomorrow, same time. If you haven't caught it all, obviously, we'll put it on YouTube and you can watch it again. But, guys, we've run out of time. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button and smash the like button. Let's see what Trump has to say later today and have a great trading day, guys. All right. And I'll see you next time.